When talking about AI from a developer's perspective, I think there's one aspect that's a bit easy to miss because, of course, AI has a big impact. And of course, you can look at AI and dismiss it and say it's all garbage, it produces horrible results. You could say it will replace developers and will all vibe code our apps in the future. Or you could have a more nuanced take and say, what I believe, AI is a great assistant, a great tool that can make you more productive, that can help you get more things done if, and that's the important part, if you have some experience as a developer, if you can combine your knowledge with AI. And I've said that in many videos and episodes, and I don't want to repeat all of that here, but there's one thing that's missing, maybe, or one thing that I also find important when we look at AI from a developer's perspective, and that is the fact that AI, even if we are an experienced developer, enables us to build things we previously weren't able to build, and also important, it can help us learn new things and expand our skill set. Now, I will say there also is the danger of going the opposite direction. There is the danger, and I've talked about this too, of relying on AI too much, of not understanding the code it produces, maybe of not really looking at it, and of ending up in a code base where you don't know the code, where you don't understand what's going on. That's definitely not the direction you want to go. But let's say I want to build my own web-based image editor, something trivial where I maybe can just change the saturation of an image and save that as a new image. Or I want to build my own very basic video editing tool that encodes a video, maybe extracts the audio from a video. I want to build my own tool because I want to use it as part of an overall workflow or anything like that. Now, previously, I'll be honest, these are things that would have taken me quite some time to build because I had basically no experience with working with the Canvas API or of image manipulation in the browser. I had no experience with FMPEG. So these are things where I would have to dive into the documentation, read tutorials, watch videos. And whilst that all is fun and builds up some knowledge and is therefore in theory important, it's also something where I probably wouldn't have had the time. So I wouldn't have done it. And I would have found other solutions to my problems. So everything's good to some extent. But I do believe that it's now actually a better time to be a developer because we can now build any kind of utility tool, any kind of workflow we want to build, even if it involves things or skills that we don't have yet. Because if I need a tool that extracts audio from a video, I can just prompt AI to build it for me. And I very likely get a tool that works. Is it perfect? No. It will probably not cover all possible edge cases. It will probably be buggy to some extent, but it might be good enough for me. It might be good enough for me to get the job done, which I want to get done. If it fails on a 4-hour video but works on a 10-minute video and I only have 10-minute videos, then this is not a bug or a problem I need to tackle. So I don't need the perfect tool, I just need a tool that's good enough. But isn't that vibe coding? Well, to some degree it is, but here's the interesting thing, at least for me. I really enjoy the process of building those utility tools, little helpers that I can use. And then I enjoy the part of diving into the code and doing some research of what's happening there. But since I already got something working, since I already have that initial solution, I don't have to dive into the docs and try to find out which parts are important for me. Instead, I can just read more about the methods, the tools, the functions that are being used in my code and understand what exactly is happening there. And that allows me to build up an understanding of how that technology, that library, or whatever is getting used in my code works under the hood. And I've learned a ton about working with the Canvas API, about web animations, about tools like FMPEG, and many other things just because I built my own little helpers. And these are not just fun projects, by the way. These are actual things that then in the end might find their way into an actual product I'm building, obviously then polished and with more knowledge from my side then, because of course, once I build something for production for other people to use, I 100% want to make sure that there are no bugs in there, or at least no bugs I know about. And I want to make sure that it's stable, that it's fast, that I use common best practices. So of course, I will then take that time to polish it and to learn more about it. But for getting started with the learning process, or for doing some one-off tasks, I think we're living in the best time possible because AI is a big enabler there. By the way, also, for example, if we're talking about technologies or programming languages we're not that good in. For example, I'm way better in JavaScript than I am in Python. Also because I haven't written a lot of Python code for the last 3 to 4 years. Lots of small utility scripts and workflows, definitely, but nothing complex. So I don't have any expert or deep expert level knowledge there. Something I want to change again, by the way, but it is what it is. Here, of course, AI can also help me get stuff done, and then either I remember the syntax I see and I remember what's happening there, or I can then again dive deeper. And I think that's a very valuable thing or advantage we get out of AI, because it allows us to do stuff that otherwise would have been impossible or maybe just not worth our time, and also grow our skill base. And I think that is the important part, which also separates it from pure vibe coding, where you don't even look at the code, where you don't care about the code. I care. I like learning. And as I've said in other episodes as well, I can only recommend going deep as a developer. You want to have a deep knowledge. You want to be better than AI. You want to be an expert in certain matters. And you want to understand what AI is doing, and always get to a level where you can correct AI or steer AI. Because as long as that's the case, you'll have a reason to get employed, or whatever your goals are. You don't want to be on the same level as AI. You want to be above it, at least in certain areas. Obviously, with the broad knowledge AI has, you can't beat it everywhere, but you can beat it in certain domains, and it can be a great enabler.